Hey everybody, what you're looking at here is a USB without its little shell cover. This is it's a Samsung SanDisk, kind of like pretty much just like this one right here. Let's get that sucker. So it's one of these, and then what happened to it is you have these connected to your computer, somebody walks by, kicks it, hits it, and the tip breaks off. Now, this one's not broken, but take a look over here. This one's actually fixed now, but how this came in was you got the little tip, which you got 4 little legs that supposedly go on those 4 pads right there in the center. So this one, this one that you're looking at is what we used as the donor for this head socket. But when it came in, all these pads where those connections are were completely ripped off. And I'll post a picture here so you can see what that looked like. So as you can see on this one, the pads are there because this one we unsoldered them. You can see the pads are there because it's kind of like silverish, whereas you see the other one, it's just like almost like bare board. So that's the first challenge there, because if you got the little pads, then basically you could kind of almost, you could pretty much put this back on and then resolder, and kind of like good to go. Not as simple as I'm saying it, but could be done. But when those pads are not there, you got to dig them out, scratch them off, and then kind of do a little jumper. So if I magnify this one, right, when you look at it normal, you're saying that looks pretty normal, but let's magnify it and let's get closer, and you can see those little wires. See how much we could magnify. You see that little wire? Whoa, and the camera's moving. At least one of them you could see very clearly. You got a big long wire jumped to a circuit. You got the other one there. You can see that third one, and then this fourth one. You could see it now, and you can't kind of see where it's going from, but you get the idea. So we got a donor. We had one of these. We had a donor and unsoldered the tip, so that way we got a good, we got the good legs, because even the legs were busted off of these. We got the good legs on there, the good anchors on the sides too, because the anchors, on these sides were busted off. So we're able to get the anchors in on the sides, soldered in there, and good contact. Now this head is probably pretty generic. I mean, luckily we did have one that was kind of the exact model, so it kind of worked out. So soldered that, put it in the computer, and it, read 100%. I mean, it could have had some other damage on it, but in this case it didn't. So we got that, transferred it on to this 32 gig flash, and this customer is super happy. He's got his data back. And that's what's going on today at PC 911.